What if every decision you've ever made, every path you didn't take, and every version of you still exists somewhere? Science is finally catching up to what mystics have whispered for centuries. Parallel universes are no longer just science fiction. They're becoming scientific fact. Stick around. Because by the end of this video, you won't just understand parallel universes. You'll realize you've already been living in them if you're ready to unlock the truth about your multidimensional self. Make sure to subscribe right now. Let's begin. In 2024, something unprecedented happened. Physicists at CERN, yes, the same CERN operating the Large Hadron Collider, announced something that rocked the foundations of reality itself. After years of experimentation, anomalies, and data that didn't add up, they made a quiet but groundbreaking statement. Our findings suggest that reality may be structured as a multiverse, multiple universes coexisting, potentially interacting within higher dimensional space. Translation: parallel universes are no longer speculation. They're real, and you might be living in just one sliver of your entire cosmic identity. But this revelation wasn't born overnight. The idea of parallel universes has haunted science for decades. It began with quantum mechanics, the strange world of particles that can be in multiple places at once. Enter the double slit experiment. Fire electrons at a wall through two slits, and they behave like a wave, interfering with themselves unless you observe them. Then they act like particles. The act of observation collapses reality into one outcome. Why? Some physicists believe it's because all outcomes exist simultaneously in parallel universes, and observation simply locks you into one. This is the foundation of the many worlds interpretation proposed by Hugh Everett in 1957. He believed that every time a quantum decision is made, the universe splits, creating new realities for each possibility. For decades, mainstream science scoffed. Not anymore. Maybe you felt it, that strange sensation of remembering something differently. A logo, a line from a movie, a historical event. You remember one thing. The world says something else. It's called the Mandela Effect. Millions remember Nelson Mandela dying, and even though he didn't, some say it's faulty memory. But what if you're remembering events from another universe? These aren't just quirky mix-ups. They could be crossbleeds between dimensions, déjà vu, dreams of other lives, sudden shifts in emotion, memory, or even physical location. More and more physicists and neuroscientists are starting to entertain the idea that our consciousness may be quantum, existing in multiple states, across multiple timelines, long before particle colliders and quantum equations. The ancients spoke of parallel worlds. The Tibetan Book of the Dead describes bardo, realms in between states where multiple realities unfold. Hindu cosmology speaks of lokas, parallel planes of existence, layered like pages in a cosmic book. The Kabbalists describe the tree of life, not as a metaphor, but a map of dimensions and realities. Even the Gnostics taught of overlapping eons, layers of reality, spiraling out from source. What science is just beginning to whisper. Mystics have shouted for millennia. You are not singular. You are infinite. Here's where it gets mind-blowing. Every time you make a decision, no matter how small the universe splits, say you choose coffee instead of tea, somewhere, another version of you chose tea. Say you moved to a new city, somewhere, another version stayed. These aren't just hypotheticals. They may be fully formed universes running parallel to ours right now. And it means something profound. You are not one story. You are an infinite library of outcomes, branching out like a cosmic tree, and that leads to a haunting question. Can you shift between universes? Some researchers believe the answer is yes, through deep meditation, altered states of consciousness, and focused intent. People have reported reality shifting. They wake up in a world where small things have changed. People's personalities, memories, even physical locations. TikTok and Reddit are filled with reality-shifting stories, once seen as fiction, now being studied by consciousness researchers. Is this wishful thinking? Or is it the natural evolution of a conscious being discovering their multidimensional nature? The more quantum science merges with metaphysics, the harder it becomes to deny. Here's what they don't want you to know. You don't just live in the multiverse. You influence it. Got ever heard of the butterfly effect? A butterfly flaps its wings in one reality and causes a tornado in another. Your thoughts, emotions, and decisions aren't small. They ripple across dimensions. This means your beliefs create bridges to alternate futures. Your frequency determines which universe you tune into. It's not magic. It's quantum mechanics applied through awareness. Let's get technical for a moment. String theory, one of the leading models of the universe, doesn't just suggest extra dimensions. It requires them. 10 dimensions of space, plus one of time. That's 11 total dimensions, each containing countless possible universes. Physicists like Michio Kaku and Brian Greene believe these universes are vibrating next to each other, like invisible strings on a multi-dimensional harp. What we call reality may just be a narrow band in a vast symphony of existence. And right now, science is building the instruments to finally hear that music. It means you're not limited by the past. You're not bound to one timeline. You are connected to every version of yourself that ever existed and ever will. Want to become wealthy, confident, healed, loved? There's a version of you living that life right now. The key is alignment. Align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the reality you desire, and you begin to shift into it. This isn't fantasy, it's frequency. And you are the antenna. The universe is far stranger and far more beautiful than we ever imagined. Parallel worlds are not just science's next frontier. They are your birthright. You are not just a human being. You are a multi-dimensional soul navigating a fractal of infinite realities with the power to shift, explore, and become anything you choose. Subscribe now to continue your journey beyond the known, because the universe you awaken into tomorrow depends on the choices you make today.